it's just really so beautiful. They're all champions,
They
right?
really are.
They're just champions. And you can be a champion when you impact if you make one other person's life better,
Yes.
that person's going to think that you're amazing, right? And not that you're doing it to be amazing, but it is beautiful to hear those stories, like you said, about how people are kingdom builders.
Yes.
Where's the party?
Well, hello, Sue,
Hi, Shelleigh.
and welcome to the Fun Grandma Podcast, the last episode of season 2. And it's been a really great season.
It really has.
I mean, so many things. I can't believe we had a live podcast. I still think back on that and go, I can't believe we did that.
I know, we pulled that off.
That was such a fun day.
It was. And I love my new t-shirt.
Yes. Oh, oops, as I'm like throwing equipment around. Yes, we're very excited. We're just all kinds of additions this season.
Yes.
I mean, we went to video. That was a big change for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I'm not,
For
for better, for worse.
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't have to measure that. But we did, I think, get so many cool things that's the best thing about getting to do this, is having conversations with people that we just really appreciate and learn so much from.
I know.
And I think, too, we're kind of honing in on what we hope to talk about and kind of focus on. And one of the things that I love, Sue, that you suggested for us that I just love, is that I'm pleased to say our motto.
Oh, let love be your greatest aim.
And I think all of our
Yeah.
guests really amplified that.
They really have. And as they share about their connections and relationships, it's what is in our heart is to let love be our greatest aim. You know,
Yes.
when it's our time to be done, if somebody could say about me, she loved people really well,
Yes,
that'd be the best.
it really would.
Yeah.
It really would. And I just think we both just care so much about the family.
Yeah.
We just could see the power of it. And I just know that we just love talking to people that have been so intentional in building strong bonds in their family, even through hard times. I think of our conversation with Rachel and,
Debbie.
Debbie, thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry, guys. 50-year-old brain. But anyway, and I shouldn't say 50. I'm getting so close to 60, I can't believe I could even claim the 50s.
Keep
but
saying 50 as long as you
I
can.
I will.
Yeah.
But yes, they are in a situation where they're in estranged relationships. I just think it's pretty awesome what we learned from them, the grace. So that was, I think, an episode, I don't know, I want to say 7. I could look that up. We could put a link to that, but
Let's do.
that is an episode that you don't want to miss.
Yeah, that's true. It's very helpful. They're so full of wisdom and they're so mature and
Yes.
and their hearts are so good. You know,
Yes.
I'm working on my heart,
Right.
and
Me
it's
too.
constant. It's constant work.
But I know you learned a lot from a lot of our guests as well.
Yeah. So I definitely did. And that's one of the reasons that I love doing this is
Yes, me
because I seriously take nuggets
Yes.
and use them.
100%.
And use them. So some of the things from last season that I've learned, one of them, two things from Janet. One is I'm working in my journal on making a notebook for each of my grandchildren with their
Yes.
picture
This is a
and
fabulous
and
idea.
writing prayers and declarations for them. So I loved that. And then the other thing was just to have things around that grandchildren can explore and
Right.
find.
That was
And
a genius idea.
we usually have a guitar around anyway, but Johnny just has been with us for 2 days, but he picked up the guitar and he just started playing it.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to play it, but he tells me he can sing in 4 different languages. So he was showing me the different language anyway,
Yes.
but just something there
It
that
created
you're
that
not saying,
moment.
why don't you play the guitar?
Right.
Yeah.
It was just handy.
Yes. So I loved that. Always, I have implemented Marty's idea with the tiles.
Oh, We love that craft.
in so many different
Me
ways
too.
that I could be starting to be known as the tile lady. I mean, it's just like, let's do the tiles.
Let's do it again.
Pass that tile along. My daughter's other side of the family at their reunion, they did the tiles and made a picture frame from the reunion. So I mean, that is being passed on and being
And
passed
we'll
on.
definitely put another link to that if you don't know what we're talking about. But it's been in several episodes now.
Yes,
But it requires fire and some markers, and anybody can do it.
yeah, yep. Rubbing alcohol and that's it.
Yes.
And
It's the best.
it's super fun. So, and then some of the stories, like, you know, it's the stories that people share about their grandparents that make me again and again realize there's so much opportunity for me as a grandma to speak life into my grandchildren's lives and the difference it can make. And I'm just telling you, sometimes I really fail miserably. I do. But when I hear people share how impactful their grandparent was, I'm like, okay, I can
gonna
do
keep
this. I'm
going.
going to keep
Right.
trying.
That's how we all feel in family.
So I loved that Christy was on
Yes.
and shared about, you know, traveling. And she shared about how her grandma would go to these special dinners and these cruises and she'd see those pictures. And she
Right.
just thought,
And it inspired
"Oh,
her."
How awesome. And yeah, and now she's doing that.
Right. And helping others enjoy travel.
I know. Isn't that,
It's really, yeah.
that's so cool.
It's great.
And then when Michelle, who I've been to Michelle's home before, so I know that she loves plants because I don't remember how many plants she said she had, but however many she said she has that many. And she talked about how she has a Christmas cactus that was her
Right.
grandmother's. And so it's like something a plant that was passed down.
Right.
I have seeds. Poppy seeds. I love poppies. My dad harvested poppy seeds from my grandparents, and my dad grew them so well that he couldn't stop them. I have yet to be able to get one poppy to grow, but I've got these seeds. I'm just praying over them because I want anyway.
Come on, poppy
come on,
seeds.
come on. So I thought it was cool that
Yes,
Michelle.
so she would have a plant, and you have seeds. That's so cool.
It is cool that I have seeds. It's not cool that I'm not able to grow them.
But I have faith in it. It's
Okay.
going to happen. It's
All
gonna
right.
happen.
Okay. And the one that made me laugh, that made me just laugh, that I don't see myself ever doing this. But when Terry talked about her grandma always having her nightie in her handbag, ready to go. I wish that was me. I'm like, ready to go? Like tomorrow? Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to need a lot more than a nightgown. Anyway,
Right,
I just love that she remembers that about her grandma and that
Yeah.
it was like, she must have been a fun grandma.
Right.
And
I think it shows when they are fun like that.
yeah.
But I think what I'm learning is that those who really make intentional effort to just be around and just to listen. I think several of the episodes focused on that, like Rhonda Laybourne. She just really is so good at showing up and really listening and championing. I thought something she said really stuck with me, maybe but that she really tries to champion her grandkids' parents and really affirm them and support them. And I think that that's a big aspect of that, being intentional, I think. And also perhaps having everybody want you to be around,
Well, yeah. And Rhonda is just like, she is so magnificent at doing that naturally. But that is a really super good reminder.
Right. Yes. For the building of those relationships and
Yeah.
valuing them.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that if parents thought the grandma was totally for them, they would give us even more grandma time, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we're looking for.
Well, and that's what those kids and grandparents need. In
Yeah.
fact, I think one of the things I've loved about what we're doing is that we've been digging into more what does it mean to be a grandparent and we find all kinds of things. And I've read several, like there's been an Oxford study, a Harvard study of the benefits to the grandparent, it doesn't take away from a grandparent to spend time and care for a child. They have scientifically proven that it lengthens your life, it improves your cognitive ability, but then they've done studies of what it does for kids, and it is a marker. They can show causation that kids have fewer behavioral issues and they actually have higher emotional IQ if they have a regular grandparent relationship. And I'm sure it wouldn't have to be biological.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just a grandparent type relationship.
Yeah.
And
That's so good.
and I think that can be true for some of us that might not have, grandkids biologically, but you could find grandkids in your communities.
Yeah. Isn't that true?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's so good.
Right. Well, and I think another thing that I've enjoyed about this is I've come across a lot of funny videos, like things about grandparenting that just make me laugh. And I found one and I thought I'd play it for Sue and for you guys, and we'll just give you our real reaction to this. But this is a comedian. His name is Eric. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to look it up because I want to give him props. Eric D'Alessandro. He seems like he's a stand-up, but this is from his Instagram. So this is his thoughts on grandmas right now. So here we go.
Okay.
What happened to grandmas? You can't tell who the grandma is and who the mom is anymore. They look exactly the same. Like, my mom is in her mid-60s. She has 11 grandkids. She's currently older than the entire cast of Golden Girls when that show first started. But she doesn't have the same grandma vibes. When my grandmother was 52, she was 88 somehow. Oh, millennials are always complaining. We had it so much harder than them. Getting old's not fun, is it? You can't even call them grandma anymore. Oh, no, I'm too young for that. I don't want to be grandma. I want to be Zsa Zsa. All right, Zsa Zsa. You're watching my son for 20 minutes while I talk to my therapist on Skype. You're not headlining a cabaret in Baton Rouge. Kids need grandparents to look a certain way, to have a storybook vibe. Someone who's cozy and smells like cinnamon, Maybe he could have lived in a tree. Not someone who looks amazing in Lululemon and smells like eucalyptus. That's not a grandma. They're not even going to be able to draw a grandma anymore. Your grandma shouldn't look like Susan Sarandon, all right? Your grandma should look like Richard Simmons.
Oh my gosh.
Richard Simmons. Well, I think he looks all of maybe his late 30s. I don't know. To even reference Richard Simmons is pretty impressive.
That is. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. So pretty much I need to start wearing an apron.
I'm not quite sure what look. If you've lived in a tree, I don't know what you look like.
Well, that is so funny.
That is funny.
It is.
But I do think grandparenting does look different than maybe it used to. You're not regulated to your rocker anymore.
Yeah, that is so true. My granddaughters give me their, well, you wouldn't know by looking at me right now, but sometimes their makeup.
Right, yes.
Their perfume.
Right.
Even like, do you want to wear my jeans, Grandma? You can wear my jeans if you want to.
I love it.
And so...
I love that you can wear their jeans. That is very impressive. Which leads me to our last episode that we had when we got to talk with Billy Jeffrey Scharnhorst. Yeah. Who is I can't believe, which makes me feel really old. He said he's getting close to 50. What? But he, and you'd never know it. But that whole issue of, we don't have to slow down or give up being active just because we're of a certain age.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Is there anything from that episode that you're putting in your lifestyle?
I am. Okay. You guys, I'm not joking. Okay. So he talked about the electrolyte first thing in the morning. Okay.
That was so good.
I got some electrolyte. I get up pretty early, like 4:30 in the morning, but usually I crawl, not literally, but in my mind,
figuratively,
I'm crawling to get coffee and sitting in a chair.
Right.
So he said, drink that 45 minutes before caffeine.
Right.
So I've been doing that.
I think that's great because you really seemed like you were strongly against that at first.
I know. I was shocked that I would have to do that. Well, fortunately, my kind of secret place, I have to, walk a little ways. So I have, and I'm not very fast. So it's not like it takes me 45 minutes, but still, I've been intentional about it. And I am not kidding. I can't have more than 2 cups of coffee because now apparently that my brain has been ignited and
Yeah.
it's hydrated,
Yes.
I am so much more awake in the morning.
great.
It is actually
So
working.
better than coffee, right?
Yes.
Because that's what they say. The
Yeah.
caffeine jolt isn't what we think it is.
Yeah, it is seriously working. So, and then the other thing that I've known, but I just got away from was the protein shakes. I got
Yes.
so burnt out on protein shakes and protein bars, but
Right,
it's so
right.
hard to get enough protein. And when he was talking about the amount that we needed, I was like, just do the protein shake.
Right.
And so I've been doing that too.
That's
And
great.
I am. I won't say that I'm feeling that as much as I am the electrolyte, but
Right.
and I'm really good with him saying how much sleep we need.
Right. No problems
No,
there.
yeah.
I don't think our age group I think bedtime is a delightful time.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is. It is. But I did also really hear him say that when people start eating really good food that we really need, it feels like maybe they're eating too much because,
Right,
like he was
yes.
saying, people have a coffee
it's
for
satiating. Yeah.
for breakfast, and then for lunch they're eating a protein bar. I mean, they're just not eating enough.
Right.
And so I have started really upping my salad intake, and I'm pretty good at eating fairly healthy.
Yes.
But just being more aware, like adding more things into it.
Sure. So that it's actually getting all those. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, one thing with our protein powder, we get a brand that it's pretty flavorful, which
Yeah.
is, and I saw on YouTube someone adding it to some Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So I've really been enjoying that. I did that this morning, and it lasts you.
Yeah.
And then the Greek yogurt also has protein, so I feel like
Double.
that's been helping.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Good
Right.
job, Shelleigh.
Well, thanks. Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy was full of so many great ideas. And then the other thing, I didn't really respond too much when he was talking about Brad and, you know.
I
but-
loved what he had
but
to say there.
afterwards, I thought that was such a great, we never know.
Right.
We never know when we're investing in another person the difference that it could make,
Right.
And so as we're investing in our families and we just think that we're sharing, things that we know, we don't always know the impact. We most often don't know the impact that we have on other people.
Right.
And honestly, everyone that we've had as a guest, there's been something that I learned from them
yes.
that has helped me.
Yes, absolutely. That has yes, and I too think I'm taking away from how important it is to be about building the kingdom of God. I mean, and that I think of so many of our guests; they are so selfless in giving their time to, just like Brad. Brad teaching the things that God put in him. And impacting Billy, and but I think of Heather, who has started so many ways to meet women at a very vulnerable time through the Reliance Center, and then Michelle with the Youth Center, helping kids that literally surf couches, like they don't have a home to go to through their teen years, and then they're now building that village for young adults. I think that's really coming together.
Yeah.
And then I thought of Debbie and Rachel, how they started that gathering, that social gathering for special needs adults that really has provided them community. And then Debbie going in to people who are otherwise shut in to bring them communion or just to connect with them. I felt very challenged by all of those people.
Yeah. It's just really so beautiful. They're all champions,
They
right?
really are.
They're just champions. And you can be a champion when you impact if you make one other person's life better,
Yes.
that person's going to think that you're amazing, right? And not that you're doing it to be amazing, but it is beautiful to hear those stories, like you said, about how people are kingdom builders.
Yes. And doing something that I think will really outlast them.
Yeah, I do too.
Which as we get into the last quarter, we realize we're not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
And where we put our time and our resources and the things that God has given us, I think it becomes even more important.
Yeah, it does. For sure. For sure. I'm a definitely farther along in the last quarter than you are, but I definitely think like that. Yeah.
Me too. And, well, and I really love that we got to go into the classroom. We're both teachers, and that felt really great to get to bring some fun grandma joy into some really great classrooms with some fantastic teachers.
I know. That really, anybody that could have seen those classrooms
Right.
would have been so inspired by the kindness and the great learning and the joy and the family unit that these teachers had developed.
Yes, the
what-
cultures that
yeah.
are just.
Yeah.
And I think in interviewing those kids and when they were talking about their grandmas, how they just had instant smiles.
Yeah.
They really did. And I really noted that a lot of them connected with their grandmas over food. Oh, I love her cookies, or we go for ice cream.
That's true.
But a lot of fun activities too, like games, trampoline. You could just really tell that it meant a lot to those kids. It didn't take any prompting at all to get them to write a letter.
Yeah.
Or to get them to talking, or
Yeah, about the fun that they have with their grandma.
yes.
Oh,
that was just
I
so
love
great.
that.
It really was.
I am committed to be better at being a fun grandma.
I think you are.
Well,
You're the inspiration for this podcast.
well, I need to step it up a little bit and be more fun. So I am.
Well, I
I've
love
got some
that
fun
intention.
things planned.
I bet you do. So you have with that in mind, you get to have some grandkids for extended time over the summer.
Yeah.
I think that is so great when that gets to happen.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you guys have planned?
Yeah, I get to have them for 6 weeks. Brad and I do.
Incredible.
But for 10 days, our whole family we're going to go to the coast together. We've got all these fun activities, and then we're going to go to McCall together and do some fun things.
My goodness.
And so we are, we've got a schedule of fun, but during
Schedule of fun.
Yeah, schedule of fun. And then Brad and I really want to be intentional with our two of our youngest grandchildren while they're with us, because they live in Florida, and so we don't get to see them that often. So we definitely have a schedule, and they are 9 and 11, and so part of the schedule is going to be keeping them apart some of the
Well,
times.
sure. You got
because
some of those, yeah.
that helps all of us.
Right, sure. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So we've got fun things planned. Every Thursday we're doing an adventure.
Gotta type in a password
Anyway,
here.
we've got some fun things going.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
With-
going to
and
be...
a schedule.
and
We've
a
got it
schedule.
on a chalkboard,
Well,
and
I
we're
bet
gonna
that there's something there. Yeah, you got to have the plan, and then
Yeah.
where it diverts, it diverts. But
exactly.
you need a plan to divert from.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there's a couple of things I wrote down because I don't remember anything anymore. But anyway, no, I have a fine mind.
You do. You have
The
a
mind of
sound
Christ.
mind,
Yes.
but sometimes you just have to look at a couple words.
Yes, it helps to
And then
get that fine mind working.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do want to recommend for the summer Axis.org, which we've referenced several times. It's an organization that really just wants to help families connect. They especially are great with parenting teens or grandparenting teens, but I think everything they share would work in many situations. But they have some great summer offerings, some ebooks and different things. They also have a podcast. But anyway, if you go on their site right now and sign up, they'll send you a text a week, I think, with some ideas. I thought that was really cool.
That
They just
is
give
cool.
out so many things for free. So I just want to
And
recommend
it's
that.
quality, isn't it?
It really is.
I have used some of their things with my grandchildren, and I so recommend it also. So thank you for the reminder.
Well, and I loved that we did that with Jackson and Briella, Sue's grandkids. If they let us practice using a conversation chat from Access. And of course, they're really easy to talk to, but but that's a place to check out kind of what their questions look like. But also notconsumed.com, which is it's a website I think originally designed for homeschooling parents. And but I think grandparents would love so many of their products.
Okay.
And I know, didn't you get a game off
I
of
did.
their site?
Yep, I did.
How did that turn out?
Yeah, it was a game that we used during Thanksgiving about being grateful, and it was a lot better than like my typical question. So I was grateful.
So they have a lot of things that promote conversation, but just being together. And anyway, I just really recommend that site. And then I thought the other thing, you mentioned long distance grandparenting. Just thought we could part with this. Here's just some ideas for some questions that might get you beyond. Sometimes when I hear that it can be hard, especially with kids that you don't get to spend a lot of time with, but just to get the conversation started. So here's Sue, tell me what you think about some of these.
Okay.
What was something that made you smile today?
Yeah, I like that.
Me too. How did someone help you today, or did you get to help somebody today?
Ooh, that's good.
I really like that. Something that made you laugh today. I think that could lend to something, or something that you learned today, or what was your favorite part of lunch today, or so those are just that maybe get you beyond. Well, how are you doing, or how are things going?
Yeah, that's
which
good.
I understand can be, but I think could get you into some things that are going on with the kids.
I think those are great because the typical questions we ask, they're kind of shut down on those questions, right?
Right. They don't really lend to
So
true communication. They're not getting to what we really are after.
Yeah.
Which is how they feel about things and what matters to them. And
my granddaughter Taylor was with me at Costco today. I can tell you what made her laugh.
Oh, I would love to know.
Okay, so I'm pulling out these hot dogs, and they all fall on me. I injure myself with hot dogs, and she is just looking at me like, how does anyone get hurt by a hot dog? I'm like, I don't know. And so I'm quite sure if you ask her what made her laugh today, she'd tell you about the debacle with the hot dogs at Costco.
Well, and Sue has that extra. You live far away from our Costco store. So if you have ever had to go through the logistics of how do I keep all this stuff cold between here and there? Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's tough stuff. Yeah. I'm mockable. So I understand.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I just hope that you would check out some of these things if you haven't from season 2. We just think every person that we got to talk to just really offered some great heart and great ideas. And we just really want to wish you a great summer.
Yeah.
And we hope to be back with some new stuff come fall, but this is us. Peace out, I guess.
Have a fun summer, and hopefully just make some great memories with family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.